Hey, everybody out there in Facebook land and YouTube. Everybody out there in the world today. We're going on location. And we got Nellie with us today, of course.
Yep. Hey, everybody.
Because we're here for Magical Mayhem.
Yep.
And anybody can share the show. That'd be awesome because I'm on location with my phone and can't really get all that done. I'm not that talented. When I'm on the laptop, see, I got the phone. So
yeah. I think we lost her. We lost you.
You there?
I'm here.
Uh-oh. Burn it.
There we go.
Awesome. Let's see if I can do that.
It keeps making you sound like a robot. We're not hearing most of what you're saying.
Is this better?
Yeah.
Okay. All right. So then I want to go, Nellie.
What? Okay. I think we lost her. So we'll see if we can get her back up here, and hopefully she can just get right back in. Because we're supposed to talk about Hecate today. And I've got some goddess cards we can pull. Let's see. Because we're getting close to Halloween and Samhain, and so we thought we'd talk about the goddess of witchcraft. But we have been having like internet problems. So you guys, we're going to do our best, and I don't know if we'll be able to actually do the podcast. We will wait to see if we can get Robin back in here and go from there. See if she rates me. I don't know. I think it's the high winds around here. I think that's causing the internet problems. Are you back?
I'm back. And
okay.
I got the camera turned around so you can enjoy the wonderful view here at Mayhem Manor.
Gotcha.
Here's part of the wonderful view of Mayhem Manor. Sam's hanging around. So yes, we're going to talk about Hecate, which is the way my friend Catherine Sorelos, yes, I'm a name dropper, said that you should pronounce it. And she's from Greece. So I'm going to go with Hecate. It sounds kind of, magical anyway, really.
Well,
there's
the way I used to say it, but then I watched the whole Netflix series of Sabrina the Witch, and they said Hecate. And I was kind of confused. I'm like, well, what's the proper way? Does she really care? I don't know, but I'd like to do it as close as possible.
Yes, I know, right? So yeah, but it's good. I think either way, we're talking about the same goddess.
Yeah.
And she's the goddess of witches.
Yep.
So, this is so great. Are you guys still hearing me? Okay, great. So here, I'll just sit here and let you enjoy the lovely view when we talk about Hecate.
Yeah. So
anyway, she's the goddess of witches, but what else is there about her that is significant for us?
Well, what I really like about her is that she actually oversees the master garden. and the other realm where all of the living essences of every plant is she cares for them. So,
wow.
yeah. So I like using that kind of energy when I'm doing healings and stuff to pull in, like, so, obviously we're going to like take herb like echinacea for our immune system, but, we can also energetically bring in that energy from that plant,
Yes.
from her garden, and use that to send to people. And I love using that.
Yeah, I feel kind of at one with plants anyway. I'm kind of at home in a garden.
Yeah.
And, just out in nature mostly, but plants especially. I have like a kindred, feeling with plants.
Yeah. Okay, so we have someone making a comment. It says Hecate sounds like a drink, like a Corona Rita.
Yeah, I think there's actually, isn't there a tequila named Hecate?
You know what? I think you might be right, but this is giving
Yeah.
me an idea. I should like name, we're having a Halloween party, and I should like name the punch like Hecate's nectar or something like that. Like that would
Oh,
be
yeah.
like
That
make
sounds
it
awesome.
purple, make it purple or something, right?
Yeah, that'd be awesome.
Yeah.
That or green, for plants and stuff.
Yeah. Well, it was going to be a poison to apple kind of,
Oh, yeah. That'd
alcoholic
be
drink.
green.
Yeah, it's gonna have like Crown Royal apple whiskey in it.
Oh, I love that
So
stuff.
yeah,
That's my
definitely.
favorite.
Yeah, definitely could call it, do it green and call it.
Yeah. That's my absolute favorite is apple crown.
I've never tasted it.
I'm so fun. I look like I'm out on a hike. I'm in the backyard, in the front yard with my backpack on and my well, it's fun. Take a hike in your own yard today, everyone. It's a nice day out, and we aren't going to get too many more, I don't think.
Yeah.
Not like this.
Oh yeah, yeah.
It's
really
our Indian summer.
Yeah. And
we should thank Hecate for such a lovely, lovely day.
Yeah. and isn't Hecate the mother of Circe?
I'm not sure.
I'm pretty sure she is. I wrote about it in my book, and now it's been so long I have to remember.
Oh my.
Yeah, because so Circe is pretty cool.
Yeah, tell us about her.
Yeah, so she is known as her daughter, and she was really badass, and she didn't like men. And so she was like the first magical being to use a wand to channel her magic, and she called it Rabdos. That's what her wand was called. She named it Rabdos. And the first thing she did with it was turn some men into pigs.
Well, Rabdos means flesh, I believe. That prefix, Rabdo means flesh, I believe.
Right. I remember reading why she picked that. Circe's wand. Yeah, let's see.
I'm picking up shells. I'm going to do some kind of a project with them over the winter. But winter time, not really the greatest time for picking up shells and rocks on the beach.
Yeah.
It's a little chilly down here.
Yeah.
It's 32. Is that bad for the mic? It's so windy.
Yeah, we're getting a lot of feedback, but
okay. All right. I'll move to a more sheltered position after I pick up this marvelous shell right here. Oh. Here we go. Get up in the landing. This is the boat launch right here. So I'll sit down here where it's a little bit more sheltered.
Yeah, so we have Kelly on. Hello, Kelly.
Is that a little bit better?
Mm-hmm.
All right.
That's much better.
Kelly?
Yeah.
We're doing great. It's a beautiful day here in Iowa / Illinois.
Yep.
Quad cities. It's a great day, and everyone should take advantage of it.
Yes, absolutely.
Yep. You were going to do some cards, you mentioned.
Yeah, I've got the Goddess Power deck by Colette Baron Reed. I've been using a lot of Colette Baron Reed's cards lately. Yeah, I love her.
Yeah.
But, yeah. So yes. So Circe is known as Hecate's daughter, and she was the first one to use a wand or a staff to channel her energy. And she named it Robdos, and she would use that to turn people that upset her into animals and plants and stuff like that, or into beasts. Yeah. So, okay. So Kelly says, just wanted to say the last 2 weeks things have been ramping up in his house again. I've had weird things happen to me. Her hair's been twisted around. I wake up and there was nobody there. I've heard whispering.
Okay. Crazy stuff. Yeah.
Yeah. So
it's become somewhat like bothersome, to say the least.
Well, and it makes sense, because we're coming up to the veil thinning, right? Like it's already started the 15th, and so I can go ahead and run my my clearing code, Kelly, and then it should start working instantly. And then if you feel like you need another, me to run it again, you just let me know. So I'll just go ahead and run that. So I'm just going to go ahead and call in the Pegasus House property clearing for Kelly's house, Kelly Elliott, and give that a whirl and see how that works. So that's right. It's just that simple. It's good.
Well, hopefully it'll calm things down for her then, and won't be so crazy.
Right, because it's only going to clear anything that has intentions that aren't for Kelly's highest good. You know what I'm saying? So it's not going to, if her grandma's hanging around and wants to talk, it's not going to kick grandma out. It just really clears anything that needs returned back to source. Like souls that are attached here and want out, but they can't get out.
That's why they're trying to contact someone, because they want to get out, but they can't, and they need help.
Right. Definitely. So, okay, so I'm going to pull Kelly a card too. So, what goddess has a message for Kelly today?
Yeah, I need to get out my tarot cards. I haven't been using them as much, but we've been doing a little bit more with a regular deck of cards, and interpreting the deck, just kind of fiddling around with that.
Yeah.
Okay. She said she thinks it's her cousin who comes and visits.
Yeah.
She has a feeling in the house and knows that there's a spirit of a dog too, because she smells dog. And it sat in her lap. She can't see ghosts, but can feel them. Not really that bothered, because I know Paul's not going to hurt me. Well, there you go. So, if he needs to go, that'll help him. And if he wants to stay, he can still stay and help out.
Right.
Nice to see you.
Yeah, hello, Anna. And so also, Kelly, if you have free will, so if these are like relatives or something, and they're not relatives, if these are spirits that are bothering you, you can literally just shut it off. I've done that with my children. You can just say, you know what? I don't want to talk. I don't want to deal with this. And that's your free will. So just, I would see. Kelly said no. I don't know what she was saying no to. Can you tell us what you were saying no to, Kelly?
She said, well, I think when Anna said, hope all is well, Kelly said no.
Oh, gotcha. Okay. So I pulled, this is for Kelly, this is Ma'at. She's the Egyptian goddess of balance, if I'm remembering right. Or truth. Yeah, she's not the balance one. And so this one came reversed. So I'm going to read you what it says. The law of karma states that everything comes into balance sooner or later, so trust that in the greater story of your life, all wrongs will get righted. The goddess Ma'at appears with her scales of justice to remind you that you are seeing only one moment in time. The balance of events tip both ways until it comes into coherence with the harmony of the universe. Regardless of this natural rebalancing, it's time to speak up if you see injustice in your world. Ma'at says in order for you to be truly free, everyone must be free. She offers you the alignment task of considering where you may have hurt someone else and how your unconscious projection of how the world should may have set you up for a transgression, even if you were innocent. This is a time of great unraveling, and nothing meaningful will be accomplished without some effort. Another message for you now is to see behind the words of others, especially when you feel they may be withholding truth or acting without awareness. It's important not to enable this. Tell the truth with as much love as you can, even though denial may be swept away in an awkward moment and everyone feels exposed. It's an important way to move forward with compassion. The goddess Ma'at reminds you that she is a champion for those willing to course correct and gives you her full support.
What was the card again? She asked.
It was the goddess Ma'at. She's an Egyptian goddess of truth, and she has scales that kind of brings balance. So basically, you're just being asked to kind of take account of what's going on in your life. Sometimes we say things from our ladder of inference. We say things that we don't realize that maybe make someone else uncomfortable, or people are saying things that make you uncomfortable, or working behind your back and things like that. And that is dishonoring, and you're not to allow that to happen. You're supposed to stand up for yourself and also stand up for others who aren't being hurt. So,
yeah, I stand up to bullies to the point where I think someday that's probably how I'm going to die, is some bully's going to actually call my bluff.
Yeah. So Kelly's
stuff. I don't like it when people do it to other people, and I won't let them do it to me.
Right. So she also says she keeps hearing like spirits talking in her head.
Yeah.
To her what to do.
Try to listen to what they're saying, if you can make out any of the words, actually. I hear things all the time, but sometimes it's hard for me to really focus and hear exactly what they're trying to say.
Right. And so like those could even be your spirit guides or your ancestors giving you information that you need to know. So like if you can write down, like if you can just get quiet, I'm hearing like light a candle, get quiet, and get your paper and just write down what they're saying. Now, the thing is that an ancestor and a spirit guide or an angel or a being of 100% light is never going to tell you anything bad about yourself. They're never going to say things to you that put you down or make you feel less of a person. So if you're getting information that is 100% positive, maybe even if it's like about course correcting or doing something different, then you know that's good guidance. I've worked with people who, they have spirits telling them to go kill themselves and to do kinds of things. Those aren't good connections. And yeah, so you gotta clean those connections up, right? And cut those.
Yeah.
But honestly, it could just be
like on a full moon, purify and cleanse and get rid of that stuff. Did you get that one? Hello? Did I freeze up? Oh, crap. Hello? Oh, crap. Let's see here. Hello? No, not Nelly. To stream. Okay, well, I'm back. I hope somebody can hear me. And let's see if we can get Nellie as well. She's not here right now, so let's invite her. Oh boy. Okay. So yeah, well, no, she'd have her thing here. Can I just say that all started from the age of 11, could hear ghosts after my granddad died. Used to live in a pub that was built in the 1800s, and that's what it all started. kicking off even more, I could hear ghosts at night and hear voices in one of the rooms and barrels being rolled on their own. So obviously I have some kind of gift because I do have autism as well, and I'm very sensitive to ghosts. Well, Kelly, that's interesting. And I would say definitely, use that to help other people, and we'll try to give you as much good information as we can about how to use those gifts, Oh, darn it. How to use those gifts. And then I'm going to get Nellie back in here. Nope, that's not it. Guess. Here we go. There we go. Add to stream.
Sorry about that. The internet just going in and out all day.
I was like, oh, you froze up.
Yeah.
So, yeah, she was just talking about how she's heard spirits and stuff since the age of 11. And I told her that we would try to give her good information so that she could, use her gifts to help others,
Absolutely, because it is a gift.
Yeah, it sure is. And so, yeah, she's had experiences before with that. But, yeah, just to, because we kind of got cut off in that, what should she do to help clarify the messages and really hone in on what is being trying to be conveyed to her?
Well, when I first started out, I set the intention. I said, I only want to work with beings of 100% light. Okay. So that's a great start. I also, when I first did my first channeling another being, I placed myself in a circle of crystals that were very protective.
Protective crystals would be stuff like amethyst. You can always use quartz.
Black crystals.
Tiger's eye, obsidian.
Yes.
So
yeah.
Probably be helpful.
Yeah. Anything that you have is great, but especially anything black, brown, those are really great to set around you. Also, just taking that time out to listen in and to hear what's being said.
And meditate, just kind of use that as your meditation time.
Yeah. And then, like I said, have your pen and paper handy so that you can write down what you're hearing. And then you can start figuring out, is this a positive connection? Is this for my highest good? All of that. But I think a lot of it's just your intention. Is it your intention to connect and use the gift? Then, that's going to happen more and more the more you use it. Another great, easy one is to just pop yourself into a big bubble of light. Yeah. White's great to work with. You can go all different colors, just whatever you're feeling at the time. But that's super simple.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I use that frequently if I'm trying to, keep something out or protect myself from something. If I was doing a seance or something like that, right. Or a cleansing, I would put myself in a bubble.
Right. Yep. That's super simple and effective.
Yep.
Yep. So would you like a card, Robin?
Yes, I sure would.
It'll be so funny if you get Hecate. It'll be so funny because she's in here.
Well, I'm out in nature today, so I would expect it might be something, of a natural sort of card or goddess.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay, so what goddess has a message for Robin?
The beach is so lovely today. I just had to take it all in.
Okay.
And Sam's entertaining me with he's skipping rocks. He's pretty good at it.
Yeah. Okay. So looky here. You got Brigitte. That's the Celtic goddess of, the hearth, creative spark.
Okay.
So, she kind of comes through when you're being asked to co-create something.
Okay.
Yeah. Inspiration.
We do it every Friday, don't we, Nellie?
Yeah. Yeah. So this says inspiration and imagination are yours to play with right now. You effortlessly connect to your creative inner spark and make meaningful and beautiful experiences for yourself and others. Take advantage of this fruitful time. When you are so in tune, it's like taking a magical trip to the land of the fairy, where all that glitters really is gold, and your life seems like a grand artistic gesture. The fiery Celtic goddess of creativity calls you to play in the artistry of your life, your work, and your loves. Brigitte is whispering her sparkling music deep in your soul. Are you listening?
Isn't she? Don't we celebrate her with the hearth, like
Yes.
fires and stuff like that?
Absolutely. Yep. And they make the little like crosses for her. They're
Yes,
not like
St. Bridget's cross. Yeah.
Yeah, it's the fire festival in like
It's
April,
like in the
May.
winter. I think it's during the winter months, like in February or something, March.
Yeah, I think you're right. Is it Imbolc?
I don't remember exactly.
I don't remember either. I've got to like go through and write all of those in my planner because they creep up on me and I forget them.
They're kind of lax about putting the witchy holidays on there for us.
Yeah. Oh yeah, they should, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. So, oh my gosh. So she's very in tune. She gets cold and everything.
I found this beach. It's nice.
Oh, that's pretty.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah. So Kelly, it's really something that you have a right to say, this is how far I want it to go or how far I don't want it to go. Like, you can set your boundaries and put your protection. I don't want touched. I don't want whatever, and they say that you make an energetic rule. It takes about a week for that energy to settle around your body. So if every time you go to bed at night, you're like, I don't want this or this, then give it about a week and it should start like keeping that energy safe around you because you have free will and your guides will honor what you're putting out there.
And see, that's the thing too. We have will to say no. And if we are uncomfortable or don't like what they're giving us, we can say, no, I'm not accepting that message. You can go on your way, and just tune it out, because it's not as hard as you think to really tune something out. People do it on the daily.
Yeah. Well, it's like when you have a gift like that, it's like there is a light above you. You're like when you go into the grocery store, and I remember when I was little, like Kmart would have like that flashing light saying there's a sale right here, right? And you could like see it over the aisles. That's like what your gift is saying. It's like right there and it's flashing out and all these spirits are like, oh my God, look at that light. I'm going to go to that light and I'm going to talk, or I just want some energy. And, but when you're like, okay, my light's off, I'm not open right now.
Yeah.
That's an easy way to think about it. My light's not open right now. I'm not open for business. You just say what you want.
Yeah. She says it when she goes to her aunt's house. I'm on my own. He starts in one of the rooms, like banging and crashing really loud all night. And I've heard him on the top step creaking, and I've been freezing cold in the room where he died as well. And I felt him touch my arms. Wow. That is kind of, startling. The first time it would happen, you'd be like, oh, dear Lord, what's that?
Yeah.
But yeah. He's trying to tell you something, I think, or at least, communicate, let you know he's there, maybe, just saying, hey, I'm over here,
Yeah, and he can tell that she's very
noticed,
Yeah, he can tell she can notice him. That's
and maybe they can tell you notice, so they'll go out of their way now to get your attention.
Right. Exactly. Yeah. So, it's just up to you to hone that, to make it what you want it to be. Honestly, there are people who make a good living off of connecting with those types of situations and channeling messages to other people. So, you can use that as a strong point.
I always think of that as like the guy who used to write letters for people, because a lot of the population was illiterate and didn't know how to read or write necessarily. So there was a guy who literally you could, go to, and he would write a letter for you. You'd tell him what you wanted, and then you'd pay him for that. And it's basically the same thing, You're
exactly
channeling something, And and it's a gift, and if you want it, you can always donate your money to some charitable cause if you feel like you shouldn't be paid for it. But I think also people value more that which they pay for, and that's it. Period.
Yeah.
And that things that you work for and things that you pay for, you value way more than the things that come free. So just do with that what you will.
Yep, exactly. Because channeling can be it can take a lot of energy from you as well.
Yes.
So having that equal energy exchange, I don't know. I have a lot of friends who we just trade. Like if I need a reading, we trade a reading. If they need a healing, I trade them something for it, right? That's like a beautiful energy exchange that, I mean, honestly, in the future, energy is going to be the currency.
Yes, I think
going to be. Yeah,
I think so. Because, and just services in general, things that you can do for others, and then they'll be able to do things for you. And everybody could get by in a symbiotic type, of situation where everybody just kind of cared for one another, like tribe, of people.
Exactly.
And, that's kind of what I'm working towards. I think collective living should definitely be becoming more popular.
I agree totally.
Yeah.
Okay, so we kind of got off of Hecate here, but she is the goddess of crossroads, right?
Yeah.
And if we want to honor her for, this coming season, like placing some keys on our altars.
Oh, keys. Yeah.
Yes. Keys.
I've always had a thing for keys, and I could never quite figure out why. And
now you know.
Yeah, now I know. It's like she's probably always been there for me. I just didn't know.
Right. And I want to do a supper. I'm not going to do the dumb dinner where everybody's like totally quiet. Did you find out what it was? A lot of people do that where like no one speaks at the dinner. But
God, that's hard.
Yeah. I'm just like, I want to just honor my ancestors. So we're going to like set the extra place at the table and take some stuff out to the fairies,
Yes, and you should. Now is the time for that as well. With All Hallows Eve coming up and stuff, now is the time to honor our ancestors. And Kelly, you might want to do that too. Put out an extra plate for your cousin, to honor him. Picture and stuff,
Yeah, it's like the movie Coco. Have you seen that movie?
Charles is here.
Hi, Charles. But the movie Coco, it's a Disney movie. It's all about
ape, right? Gorilla. It was a gorilla.
No. This is an animated one, and it's all about the Day of the Dead in Mexico.
Oh, yeah. Okay.
That would be a great one to watch just around them because it talks about how they make a big feast. They pull in all these flowers. They have this huge wall where they put the food and everybody's picture. And the only way that you get kicked out of the afterlife and out of like the heaven is if your family forgets you.
Aww.
And they don't put your picture up on the wall. Then you just vanish into the universe.
Oh.
And so it's just like this, right, this beautiful story to remember, to keep our ancestors alive in our memories, right?
Yeah. For sure.
Yeah. So I think that'll be fun this year.
Oh yeah, I should try and watch that. I don't watch very much television or movies ever. Like for the past 3 years, I have hardly watched television at all. The occasional football game or something.
Right.
Yeah, right. But that might sound like something that might be fun to watch just because of the season.
Yeah. And I'm thinking, I want to put up an altar, like with a black cloth and just kind of honor that dark goddess energy, right? Like Morgan and Hecate, and like some black skulls. Like I think we have like a glass black skull and everything.
Yeah. Yeah, I have all kinds of stuff like that.
Yeah. So.
Yeah, and Charles says hi, Anna.
And I've got the card still if anybody wants a card.
Charles, you want a card? You want to get a reading today with the goddess cards? And then, yeah, we're doing good on time. We will have to go. We have about 10 minutes.
Yeah.
I think there's people scheduled after us on Things Network, so we
Gotcha.
want to clog up the airwaves.
Okay.
Keep us sure.
Okay, so what goddess has a message for Charles?
Oh, we're looking at my front yard, by the way, Charles. I figured the view today was so gorgeous and just so pristine, with not a cloud in the sky. The water and the clouds, just sort of, it's just so blue and beautiful, and
Yeah.
just digging it today.
Okay, so Charles, you got Ain. She is the Celtic goddess, and she's all about adaptability. She is like super amazing. I love her energy. Let's see here. When you've set intentions for how your life could be different, better, fuller, juicier, prosperous, creative, more meaningful, etc., adaptability is the power you'll need to rely on. The old familiar you, the one who is used to your comfort zone, is now invited to dance in uncharted territory. The questions to ask yourself as you step into the unknown are, who do I need to become in order to experience this life I desire? What in me needs to shift so I can welcome this amazing abundance? Know you have everything you need right now. You are aligned with the Celtic shapeshifter goddess Ain, who could move effortlessly between our world and the world of fairy. Her power of adaptability is sparkling within you. Magic is afoot. Whoa. That was intense.
That's cool.
Yeah, and like thinking that we're coming up to the veil, and you can tap into even the fairy realm, and all of that, and the fairies are great manifestors. They help us a lot. So
yeah. Oh, the fairy. Yeah, that's something that's really close to your heart, isn't it, Nellie?
Oh, well, yeah. I mean, I wrote a novel on it. So, right. So, like the fairies to me, I mean, I just, it's just like everything else. We're taught as children that they're not real and everything. But, the truth is they're more real than this desk my computer is on, right?
Yeah.
So we have to have that faith, and we have to believe in all of those things. And I think it keeps us young. And it keeps us happy.
I was looking at something about quantum physics the other day, and it talks about how things are only real. Like, it's sort of like if a tree falls in the forest, does it make a sound if there's no one there to hear it? And it's sort of the same thing, particles on the other side of the universe, are not really necessarily real until they're, witnessed. Basically, they can shift into something else. You know what I mean? It's like the universe is more fluid than ever we thought. So reality is really based on each individual, I think.
Yeah.
I mean, it's kind of weird to think, but it's check it out in quantum physics. I think the guys just won the Nobel Prize.
Really? Well, that's pretty cool. I remember. I think it was Greg Braden, and he's like a new age teacher, and he was talking about how where there are infinite realities out there. There's infinite dimensions. There's infinite timelines. He says, and so out there somewhere is an alternate you that has the exact life that you're wanting to manifest. Like maybe you're manifesting a relationship, and there's one of you out there that has the perfect relationship or more money. And there's someone out there that has that exact thing. And you can reach out there with your mind and your intentions, and you can pull that reality towards you and merge it with your reality now.
Isn't that incredible to think about? I mean, it's just mind-boggling sometimes, The potential of the universe is it's just mind-boggling, And that's why I think anything is possible. You can do anything that you set out to do, if you focus your mind and you channel your energy and you ask for help when necessary. I think that you can accomplish anything.
I do too. I have my manifesting journal that I write out, and I get very specific. So this is the money I need for this trip. and I need it by this date. And then I stick it under my smoky quartz, because smoky quartz, the remover of obstacles. Right. Okay. And so I'm just like, it's always working for me. Right. So I have all of my intentions sandwiched between, this energy of removing all the obstacles. So, and Charles says he's been studying the fairies. Well, perfect.
Awesome.
So yeah, just keep going. And it's time for you to really just step into their realm. I think they're ready, and I think you're ready.
And I think the most important thing I've ever been told about fairies is be uber respectful. If you respect them, you'll be fine. But you just you can't be glib with them. You have to like really be, you have to honor them, and they will be good to you.
Yeah. Yep. And I just kind of tell them, I'm like, I only want to work with the ones that are of light. Like, I don't even want like tricksters and stuff. Like, that's that boundary I set, right? Like, I don't need that crap.
Yeah. And you have to set boundaries, even with, your magic, you have to set boundaries, and with talking to spirits and stuff.
Yeah.
Yeah, for sure. Well, we're about at our end of our time here, Nellie, and I just want to thank everyone for coming and for, hanging out with us today, and to have a wonderful weekend and enjoy this last bit of summer if you can.
Yep, absolutely.
Is there anything you got coming up, Nellie, you want to mention?
No, I don't think so. Just like reminded everybody that, about the Day of the Dead and everything, and honoring your ancestors, and even just
Friday for Halloween weekend. So
yeah. So let's talk more about that
before Halloween. So we'll probably talk about all that stuff next week.
Perfect.
All right. Well, thanks you guys again for coming, and blessed be. May all of you be blessed with great health, great wealth, and wonderful friends. Bye.
Bye-bye.